up, Rangers? Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnaz.
And today we will be reviewing the film Varan the Unbelievable. The American version, because I don't own the Japanese version.
It's okay.
Sadly.
By the looks of it, the American version looks better. It's cleaner, at least.
Well, I'm sorry. I have the bootleg, so it's not the best quality, I'm gonna admit. But it's one of those movies, like, I feel like I want to watch the Japanese version, because if you guys haven't seen Varan, the American version is the story is there's a American military official over somewhere near Japan trying to fix the water situation that these natives are having because the water is contaminated. So they're trying to get the natives out, or at least clean the water up. There's this whole conflict with that because they don't want to leave because their underwater monster god is there, but they don't want them to disturb them.
So I don't understood this part. The question was, were they protecting the monster from being woken up, or what? Or if, like,
that's essentially it. They're like, you see them periodically like praying to it, but it's not really that big of a focus of the movie until, of course, they disturb the monster. The monster gets up and rah 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 rah, stopping. But anyways, for the plot, it's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
It's kind of run of the mill for these kind of movies. The worst thing about this, though, is a lot of this movie takes its place on like just a couple of different sets for the American portion of the film, anyway. So you spend a lot of time just with people just kind of standing around talking, kind of like what you're watching right now.
I'm sorry.
And periodically, you get some giant monsters thrown into it. But at least like the main character is fairly charismatic.
Yeah.
Like, he reminds me a lot of Raymond Burr, but he's not Raymond Burr. He's not our Steve Martin we always needed.
He does have some pretty epic chest hair, though.
He does. I'm jelly.
The entire movie, he has a cigarette in his mouth and his chest hair sticking out from his button-up shirt, and it looks like he curled it. Looks like he ironed it. Like.
Hold on, I got this.
Oh God! No!
We'll do it.
No.
But for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. Of course, like, the experiment wakes up the monster. That part's, like, when the monster's attacking, that part's pretty cool. But it just kind of bogged down a bit by the whole, we have to toss in the American scenes to make it relevant to the story we had previously. So they cut a lot of the monster parts out and go to them standing in the same woods we've been seeing for the majority of the film, and him explaining how to defeat the monster.
Yeah, I think it was like, what, 22 minutes before the monster, first scene of the monster?
It's about 30 minutes.
Yeah, and it was like just a foot and a crotch shot. And the guy gets scared from the crotch shot and dies.
Scared or frightened dies. Buster doesn't even step out of nothing. After he sees a clip, though, he fires like 3 or 4 shots.
Fires one and the gun jams.
No, he fired all of them. He said in the movie, he fired them all.
No. There's only one bullet that came out. Only one bullet.
He's firing from like the hip, too. He's like... not even trying to aim that bad boy. So plot's just mediocre at best. For the Kaiju, Varan looks great. I actually really like the suit.
I like Varan. He's pretty good.
The worst part is when they're, there's a scene where Varan's like clawing at the mountain, and they're kind of like in this cave area. Really? And they're trying to hide in the cave. You see Varan's claw just kind of reaching in like it's trying to get them. But why would he be trying to get them?
I don't understand that scene.
When it kind of just looks like he's just trying to get to where he needs to go.
Yeah, like the mountain is in his way and he's just trying to get through. But then he like kicks in a scene where there's just one claw and it's like just like this. And
it's supposed to be terrified, but it's like Arnaz is like way over at the end of the cave. It's just like trying to get him.
He was playing the fat guy pretty much.
So that's like your big tense scene of the movie. So that part's a little bit let down, but the monster's cool. The effects, for the most part, hit and miss. The parts like
a lot of misses.
The traditional Toho stuff, where like him crushing the buildings, stuff like that, the monster explosions, look cool. I don't know if it's just because of my version, but there's a part where you have like the flame effect of like him destroying stuff. You have like the flames in the foreground, and what's going on in the background. But it's like shifted a bit, so you can still see part of the movie on the bottom.
It's about like 3 inches off, so like there's like 3 inches of screen and the fire starts up here like this.
Yeah, so you can definitely tell it wasn't placed right. when they were doing the cut for the film. So there's that, but I would say that's like the biggest hiccup.
I didn't like the claw in the cave. That looked pretty bad.
Well, the problem is, I can't really tell it really looks bad per se, because the quality of the bootleg we have kind of makes it look passable.
Yeah.
I imagine if it was more crisp, it probably wouldn't look that great. But then again, that's why you kind of watch like the old VHS and stuff, because when you watch the stuff in high definition, you can easily see the wires and stuff. VHS, though, wasn't quite as noticeable back in the day.
Yeah.
Which is why I keep all my VHSs, because for the most part, I prefer watching the older movies like that. I still have a VHS player. I'll pop them in and let them play. I don't do it as much anymore because I just really worry about the VHSs breaking. Because I've had those things for almost, probably at least a good 20 years. Some of those VHSs are older than I am.
God, I feel old.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I remember Blockbuster. Back in my day.
Your kids will never know what you like. Go to Blockbuster.
Then the other part that's kind of sucky about this too, again, not sure if it's just because we have the bootleg version, or it's was part of the American, but the edits are horrible.
It jumps. There's like the Jeep scene that we were talking earlier, and the car's driving, and just goes
Yeah,
from
it
here,
should be like
just goes right
one
here.
continuous shot for that little scene, and there'll still be skips. Like they had to stop and start back up again, so that's a little distracting. It's also like the stuff's unnecessary. Again, trying to bring the American actors into the film, there's a lot of unnecessary scenes added to it, taken away from the overall experience.
Because I think the original movie says on there was hour and 26 minutes long. This one was only hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah, so you lose a little bit from the translation. So in the end, I would recommend, if you guys can watch this film, watch the Japanese version. I haven't got to see it yet, but from what we've seen of the American version, it's probably the better alternative.
Yeah. Yeah, usually I'll go for the American version, but I feel like it would be safer bet to watch the Japanese version on this.
Yeah, it's like Godzilla 1954. I don't mind either versions, because like I grew up with the Raymond Burr version. I still actually, usually that's the one I'll watch. But the Japanese version's equally the same to me. Raids Again, funny enough, I actually like the American better than the Japanese.
Raids Again? Really?
I like Raids Again. I like Gigantus the Fire Monster more than Raids Again.
Okay, makes sense.
I just like the weird sound effects that they put in and stuff, and how they screwed up the monster voices. Because those scenes, they weren't really making noises, so they just kind of added to it. I thought it was kind of cool that they tried to toss them out. Like, I don't know. But yeah, so
I enjoyed it. I still enjoy this though.
It's like I said, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, it's funner to watch with friends.
And I don't know.
It's kind of where, like, I go with, like, some bad movies. Is like, they're great, and, like, you're enjoying them with other people that can also mock the movie.
And I don't know if I enjoyed it more because we were, talking most of the time with people on the comment section, so.
I know watching it with my wife, this movie is a little bit of a drag.
Watching anything with your wife is a drag.
Not true. I still like Ready Player One. I saw it in the theater.
Haven't seen that. I don't think I will.
It was good. I think you'd like it. You like old 80s action movies? It's pretty much what it is. Like I said, it's national treasure if you take out the historical aspect and add in pop culture. And you don't get Nicolas Cage. I'm sorry you don't get Nicolas Cage.
Then it's not National Treasure. It's the reason why it's called National Treasure because Nicolas Cage is in it.
Simon Pegg's in it.
He's not Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, because he's better.
Yeah, you're right.
Can't argue with me. Shaun of the Dead, still one of my favorite movies. So, what did you guys think of it? Let us know in the comment section below, and help us defeat those Kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.